Howdy, y'all. Thank you for being here. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm still learning how these things work. Anyway, Minnesota Black Robe Regiment. Thank you for being here, TC. Juggalasses, you too, bud. And Wingspan Angel, thank you for being here. It's been a crazy last 3 days, 4 days have been a real crazy for me. I don't know about other people. It's been crazy for a lot of people. You know what they say about full moons? It brings the lunatics out. I know I couldn't resist it. Anyway, we're going to wait for a few more people to show up here. Yep. Thank you, Wingspan. I appreciate it. Anyway, howdy, y'all. Just give you a little rundown on before everybody gets in here. What my last few days have been like for me. Went out, recertified all my propane bottles so I can fill them up and be ready for winter and have a backup plan for that. So I went out and spent a bunch of money on what I needed, got everything all rolling together. Went and bought a bunch of groceries, going to put them in my refrigerator, start putting stuff away. Wait a minute, this isn't cold. What's going on here? Found out my refrigerator died. So I've been moving stuff out, moving it into my friend's refrigerator in a box, and getting everything savable out of here and pulling the old refrigerator out, putting the new one in. It's just been loads of fun. I'm sure anybody who's had their own homes know how that can get a real test. Anyway, Debbie and Roy won't be here tonight. Roy just got done with a long trip home. Howdy, you all. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for being here. Really moved on to broader horizons. They're no longer my next door neighbors. They will be sorely missed. I know they'll be watching this later. So, guys, just know I'll always love you for everything you've done for me. Anyway, guys, I'm not having a signal issue tonight. So I keep checking it out. It's a little blurry, but it'll be all right. We're talking about, I brought up stupidity and stupid people. I've seen some of the most intelligent people do some of the stupidest things, including myself. I'm not saying I'm all that intelligent. I'm just saying I've done my share. We all have. But you've heard the old cliche, the powers that be, right? Everybody, the powers that be said this isn't going to happen or this is the way things are, right? Well, that's just it. We're conditioned from day one, from the day we're born, conditioned to fit in as a piece, a part of the system. We don't really want to think for you. We want you to think this way. This is how we want you to learn how to read. This is how we want you to do that. We want you to hold your pencil in a certain way. I started out left handed. They freaked out and made me learn how to use my right hand. And I was right handed all of a sudden. Every time I got caught using my left hand, you see what I mean? You're indoctrinated from the very beginning. You will fit the mold that we make for you, what you make for yourself. They want us to be stupid. Society today applauds stupidity. Um, Sometimes I think it's rewarded. I don't understand why, but it is. Like I said, it makes you wonder what's going on here. Anyway, guys, I'm glad you're all here. U-Haul, Wingspan, EC, Joe Moses. I think you're still here. I don't know if y'all are, but thank you for stopping by and at least helping the algorithm. These views on this channel don't matter really much. I'm still waiting for stupid is as stupid does. Let's give you something stupid here that I have to deal with. I'm sent for my licensing package from the state right down the street for anything that's sent in the U.S. mail anywhere in this town. It's got to go all the way to Phoenix first. That's 2 hours away, and then come back for delivery. Thank you, Wingspan, for bringing that one into the picture. I have 97 subscribers on this channel, 3 away from 100. It don't matter if I make 100 on this channel. I only have 52 subscribers on the big picture. When I get the package together, send it out. We're waiting for snail mail. We're waiting for everybody. Um, Wingspan, I'm going to ask you. U-Haul, I'm going to ask you. Um, let's think of a good. Yeah, let's go for 100 subs. Um, I'd like a little help trying to name my new business. I've I've had lots of businesses, and names wasn't really an issue. But this is going to be a production company. We can go with big pictures. The big picture. Uh, Something to do with my initials or my name, Productions Incorporated. It'll be an LLC, is what it'll be. And I'll be the only. Anybody else will be contracted. Contract. But you're right. It's going to take a little more time. I wanted to start this year. Threw the idea together last year as a wild hair kind of thing. Now I think it's a good idea to get back out there, get back into news gathering, and bringing you, the general public, my views on what's going on. Where us, the general public, don't normally get to see. I want to shine some light on some things that I've learned in my day. I love you, TC. Thank you, brother. Hello, Bill. Thank you for being here, bud. Thank you for being. But the idea is sometimes you really have to stop and wonder: is it? You have to wonder. My mail has to go clear across the state to go across town. Really? That's our government for us. Our tax dollars hard at work. Hey, Lemmy, how are you do? You're still angry? I'm sorry you're angry, bud. I've been watching your videos. I don't blame you for being angry, but I don't blame you. Those guys treated you raw. That whole crowd treated you raw. Anyway, there's many examples of stupidity I would love to be able to bring to you, and I had them lined out and everything. I've had one crisis after another in the last 3 days. I know my friend Janine is here watching now. I sent her the link. Just talked to her. All that. Uh, the runners. It was a couple of videos back where the cops were just more or less running you off because you were supposedly starting something, but they were the ones starting the trouble. I think they were running an aid station or a watering station for the runners that were. This was a few. This was a little while back. But anyway, the point I'm making here is we've all seen examples of stupidity. We're 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 yeah, yeah, the Doogie Howser crew. Exactly. That that was a nightmare. That was a mess. Every time you go back there, you catch more flack. I just don't get it. Anyway, um, where was I? Sorry, been a busy day. We all can point and say that was really a stupid thing to do or a stupid idea, and we watch our government do stupid things all the time. They want us to be too dumb to see it, to see through it. Just follow like lemmings. I've been taught to think for myself at a very early age. I may not have anything very nice to say about my mother, but she did teach me a lot about thinking for myself. Most mothers buy for their children their first book. It's a fairy tales or fables. Exactly, let me divide and conquer. They want us in that little box with no real understanding of where we are in life, or where we could go with ourselves, or where our governments could go. We're stuck in empires. We have been for a couple of centuries, a couple of millennia, almost 2,000 years. We've been stuck in empire building. Well, the next empire is it's not industrial, it's corporate, like Palantir or SpaceX, or you pick a corporation. We're meant to be a little piece of that. It is global. It is global. It's not just here in the United States. Our government, in my opinion, our government, they're just marionettes, puppets. There's people pulling the strings. I intend to show you, I believe, with my news station, who's pulling the strings. Um, I'm not going to tell you this is who I believe is pulling the strings. I'm going to let you think for yourself. I'm just going to bring you the stories. It'll show you you can make up your own mind. You will own nothing and be happy. Exactly. Who said that? It was Klaus Schwab, the World Monetary Fund. The World Monetary Fund. I've known speakers at the World Monetary Fund. The point I'm making is you control the money, you control the population, you control that country. There's at least 5 different families that I can name. I'm not going to now, but I can name that have a real strong pull on what happens in our world. And they meet every 5 years, I think it is, 4 or 5 years. Some call them the Bilderbergers. I've known people to go to that meeting. You can only go to that meeting if you're invited. And no, they won't tell me what was said there or what was discussed. Money and power. You're right, Bill. You're 100% correct. follow the money. Tell you that to begin with, follow the money. It's the money that controls our world. It controls everything about us. It controls our politicians. Without money, we have no. Our world's built on money, not on our own worth. Exactly, Lemmy. Now, we're about to get hit with part of a storm. Yeah, it has started. They're changing things over to blockchain, digital currency pretty quick. That's the only way you'll be able to buy or sell anything. There won't be any paper money. I can give you $1 or $2 or $20. Here's a loan. No, I gotta send it to you like through PayPal or Cash App or one of those, right? They're controlling money digitally. They're not. It's not paperbacks and coins. Anyway, they want us to be stupid. They want us not to think for ourselves. BlackRock is another good example, yes, because they've got their fingers in everybody's pie right now, and they're starting to pull some strings. We've seen these things before. Uh, see, for example, over 100 years ago, uh, our government was smart enough to step in and do something about it in trust suits. But look at Rockefeller and Standard Oil. They had to break that all up because it was a monopoly. Exactly. We want we want more people to know. That's why a lot of us are out here on YouTube being talking heads and trying to get the message out to whoever or wherever we can. We are not free. No matter whether we want to think we are or we think we are not. We are held by the Almighty God and whoever controls the dollar. Hey, Brad, thank you for being here. Um, I've always called it the golden rule. He who has all the gold makes the rules. Um, last couple of weeks ago, and uh, history's written by the victors. There's so much history that's been lost. I mean, there's history that's been buried by the Vatican. And I'm only using the Vatican as an example. There have been other histories that have been buried and completely forgotten. Yeah. Yeah. Walk tall and carry a big stick. Do you know who said that? Teddy Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt. And his big stick was the Navy. At the same time, he was the assistant secretary of the Navy when he sent out Admiral Dewey after the Spanish fleet in the Philippines. Those who forget the history are doomed to repeat it. History repeats itself, no matter what. You know, well, there's always a constant change. It keeps coming back to the same old thing. If we're stuck in an endless echo chamber, is what I meant to say. Anyway, guys, it's starting to storm good and hard right here. I don't know if you can hear me over the rain. I live in a the harder it rains, the harder it is for me to hear you myself. I mean, we're doing, I'm in central Arizona. If anybody wants to know we're about to be hit. We're being hit with remnants of hurricane. I can't remember the name of it, but it just went through Baja and out over the Sea of Cortez. Thank you guys all for being here. I had to share my thoughts. I'm glad you all came here. Wingspan, I hope you're feeling better. I know you haven't been feeling real well lately. Walking tall, that's right. But he got it from Roosevelt. I live just down the road from Montezuma's castle, which was named by Teddy Roosevelt. I live in Rough Rider country. I know the Spanish American War history very well. Anyway, guys, I love y'all for being here. Thank you so much. Please be safe out there. I'll try to have a little more something on you, a little more news about the news channel and my business starting next week. By then, I should have a lot more. There's Matt. Matt, tell your mom I love her. I hope so. I hope you'll safe travels, Lemmy. Safe travels, brother. Guys, be safe out there. I love you all. Have a great night.